this corner. Sephia tries to get the jump on them. She can't, and River falling as well. Leaves this wide open. The defenders now crunching in on Proxima. Just a flimsy piece of wood to cover her, and it looks like no reinforcements on the way. Oh, all these angles open. So many chances for her to go down, but Guild eventually take it. And Gia has to try to stop this defuse. Good attempt, but just too many players on the other side.
It's already getting the information. Someone to really fear as a site anchor, but she's not alone.
Wow.
One enemy
Plenty of support here for Guild. Able to mow them down on the way through, and Navi's very heavy investment has yielded them next to nothing. Aside from Smurfette being low, Proxima is in an impossible clutch and
Reaggressing, being able to put that in. Now again, we're going to see a bit of an investment for River, but wow, about as successful as you could kind of expect it to be.
There.
Wow, that's a bit more useful than you'd expect. Proxima with a quick double. That headhunter claiming the lives of these defenders. Not standing strong. They absolutely ruined the force.
What was it you said a minute ago? It was I've seen classics do more than that. Well,
there you go.
There you go, Mitch.
We've seen it again. Yeah, you can definitely tell Navi weren't happy with the result of the previous round. They are coming into this one fired up. Guild about to eat a stun. The timing not great, but I mean, they were stunned up afterwards, just nobody's ready to swing that. A bit of an unfortunate fight. It's starting to get even more unfortunate. Guild have gotten back into it. Not have a dash. No way out of here, but look at the spacing. It's pretty poor. And right away, Smurfette's able to grab that updraft out of there. Set up for more. She's still going. The cloud burst used to get close, and well, that shot doesn't land, but it got scary. Navi returning the kills and gaining the advantage.
She accidentally booped her into the corner when she moved past. It completely displaced the aim of Ness. That is just a little bit of luck that's gone an incredibly long way. That's ridiculous. And now, well, you're going to get the lockdown put into play. There's no aftershock, so they're not going to be able to clear this out. But you're kind of used to playing passive holds. Oh, that's not great from Sephia. They've got the Rolling Thunder to at least delay them a little bit. And as said, these passive afterplants can work out for them. It's just dependent on how well this is actually planted for them. They're going to have to try swinging off of this, and the swings have not gone to plan. This fight needs to come through for Ritha, and the plant already stuck halfway. She's going to land the shots anyway.
Point slowing them down just a second or so. Flashback, the reveal is good. They know exactly where Anya is. Still, one kill found and very close to a second. So close that Claudia goes out.
What?
And that is some James Bond action. I don't know how. She's just found that double kill. Roxy, game of her life. The one player with a rifle now arriving on the scene. And the spike still hasn't been planted. They're trying to bait out the peak. And then eventually Roxy swings the angle. They may have been ready, but they weren't ready for Roxy.
Trying to bait in Ness, but this time she's going to have to stick it. It's already out of time. They can just run away. It was just an attempt from Gia, knowing that there was no way she was going to get this down. And a nice little shot.
Actually just gets shut down. Looks like yes. River's going to take that risk. The turret was on her for a second. 24 HP, decayed down to 1, and she's just forced to use it up, fire it. It's created space, but Sephia has died to a nano swarm. And with Gia falling, this is looking pretty grim for the attackers.
They managed a single kill at least, and still locked out of this site. In fact, pushed all the way back out of it, and look at the flank from Roxy. She's just waiting. She's read this so well. Nice shots from Proxima, though. Again, heroes seem to arise for NAVI. Just whether or not
30 seconds left.
Actually take the round away. Even still trying to just work out where Roxy is, and she has not been found. A fantastic. I guess with Sephia having a Marshall. Ooh, that was actually through the stomach of her teammate. That's ridiculous. And actually, they have managed to find a kill. Smurfette also tagged, and this is all a ruse. They're making their way into the A site. NAVI are genuinely starting to look like they might do better with the pistols.
30 seconds left.
And this plant is assured. I mean, Anya might have moved forward, but obviously they're stacking up for C. They're playing for the retake, but now that plant's been heard. They realize
Spike planted.
they chose the wrong site to stack. Getting back in. Look at the utility. I mean, it's pretty healthy. Anya's got everything. One of everything, at least. Some stars, too, still remaining for Ness. Making their way down now. River could be in trouble. Gravwell right on top of her. She doesn't panic. The shift walks back. They use their utility, reset this up. Now River's ready to fight, and Ritha comes with her. Beautiful timing from Navi. Every piece of the puzzle put together perfectly. Smurfette able to get out with the operator.
Just about in time for this fight.
Oh, she's there all right. River's gone right away, but Smurfette can't escape. Nice shot from Claudia. But it's a little too much to deal with. The players overrunning the site and leaving Roxy alone. One hell of a game from Roxy, but as Sheriff, it's just not going to happen. Yeah, that's going to need some support. Roxy's dropped the ult and then dropped River. A slowdown of the play. This causes a problem. Just about able to get that off and destroy the lockdown at least. Sephia in for the double. And Navi have made this worth their while. I mean, that was looking pretty bad. Having to essentially sacrifice yourself just to destroy the ulti. But the numbers don't stay equal for long. That kill in Garage now makes this a much more one-dimensional push that Navi have to attempt. I mean, they're walking straight into these three players who are holding the angles. And that ulti, well, you can't help but think it could have came in a second earlier.
A nice attempt from Sephia throughout the round, but just almost waiting for the other to take the peak. They're going to go moving towards the garage instead, which is slowly being given up by Smurfette. Stunned up and having to just try to rotate back towards this site. They're going to deny the TP and just have to try and bypass Smurfette, but that's easier said than done.
One enemy remaining.
3 from the back. It was looking bleak. Flash through Gia. It's still stunned up, but she lands the shot into a 1v1 scenario. Spike retrieved, and time is ticking. And while all this is happening, Roxy's repositioning to the perfect spot. If she gets the timing right, this kill is almost free instead. She's going to peek around, it doesn't connect!
Over to B, the Navi are already in position. Anya will delay them somewhat. A stun going down as well. They've pushed right the way through. Sephia was low, but the shots haven't landed. Ness eventually able to put an end to that. Guild trying to fight back with their weaker weapons. The Blade Storm helped, but it's gone now. Down to players like this. Ness with a Marshall in hand. Finally dealt with Sephia and left Gia to do it all. Tucked behind the wooden boards. Nobody's found her just yet. But they know mid is clear. They know C. And how likely is she to be playing an ACON? Not very. Now they have the information.
Oh, again?
Another clutch. The players on A are being pressured from both sides. Two players snuck up long, a nade landing at their feet. A kill for Sephia, and she keeps on going, but the nade's already taken Anya down. What a fantastic setup, Tom. This is just looking disgusting from Navi.
Clearing everything so methodically, and well, if you're on the other side of Guild, having such a stellar start to this map, looking dominant for the most part, and then the last few rounds have been all Navi, and this one looking the best of the lot. You're gonna see River, well, I don't even know if they're going to clear this. Such an aggressive position, and while they won't get the chance to try and support her, but this flank is already all the way through long. They should be watching for this. That nade has not gone well at all, though. They've been locked off, and with a couple of kills coming in the meantime, this is now looking almost like a done deal. However, they somehow managed to trade some kills back, make this look competitive. River fighting tooth and nail, another nade in hand, and a low HP Roxy. Unfortunately, she gambled the wrong way, but she still managed to land the shot. But Roxy will come around at the end. Going off will probably just mean the pace is picked up, which isn't going to help out Proxima. Hit by the C's, solid execution, and an afterplant towards A-Link.
Ness pulling back the smoke. It's a bait, allowing her that angle to play off of. Beautiful double. Trading back the damage that had been done with Roxy falling. The rest of the team looking healthy. Trying to close this round out with all these weapons in hand. And they've done that successfully.
A lot of the setup will be based around her, and her already being tagged this low is not the greatest of signs. That C's should work wonders, and while Smurfette already gone, still a couple of trades back and forth. And actually Claudia coming out with a couple actually makes this a bit more interesting.
And the amount of fights I've seen Claudia go into where I'm thinking she's not going to get anything, but she ends up with 2 kills, it's getting a little bit ridiculous at this point. The 2v3 on hand, like, it's a shame none of those rifles were retrieved, so we're still moving in with weaknesses, but chances are they get into this A site. There's a trap close. They destroy that, they're in for the plant.
Right there.
The fights won't be easy afterwards. Once NAVI set up to come back, I mean, they have 3 flashes, one being a paranoia. They're gonna have their smokes back, they're stunned online.
30 seconds left.
That's a ton to fight off against.
Spike planted.
How much damage can they do? Oh, look at them. I like the re-aggression. They're going to try and double up, and there is nobody coming in on the flank. They do have to watch out for Heaven, but if they get the timing right, she's completely blind! Oh, that is about as cursed as it could get. I didn't expect it to go anywhere near that well. And they're even denying Gia. She can't go anywhere near this just because of how low she is on HP, and Ness is going to end it. Unless she just tries to stick around, and wow, the Bucky's not that good.
Proxima good for 1, but they were already swinging and spamming. This is unfortunate. That jump, that drop should have been heard. And it was. Roxy knows exactly what's going on now. As Sephia works her way through this window. Clueless to the fact she's being tracked. Oh no! Got a clean kill for Roxy as she takes down Sephia on the flank.
And well, the same will happen again, but this time River's actually good enough to take her down. Impressive. With 40 seconds left, that could have been the round basically over. Instead, new life breathes into this round, and Guild are actually the ones under pressure.
Oh, here we go. Prowler has found River up and above. Showstopper, not good for a kill. They'll follow up on a trade at least. Gia keeps it going. Alive on the site. The flash, not great. And they're now starting to close in the distance. That's a shame. With Roxy left alone, Proxima. Oh, it's come out of the smoke. Roxy wasn't even looking to plant, just swinging in for kills.
Plain sailing. It's audacious from Sephia. She might have actually bought this though, or River. But because of the spam, I don't know necessarily if Guild are going to want to fight this back.
The Prowler's caught River. Well, now they're locked in on this. They want the kill.
Uh-oh.
And they can flush her out. No chance. Anya has got that on lockdown. Guild equalizing up here, a 3v3. And taking stock of where the utility's at. I mean, Navi running dry. They've burned up everything they've got. Whereas Guild, I mean, still 3 stars on Ness into this late round. There's the first going down. It's a smoke for B. An ult out to C confirms they're not there.
Find you.
This reveal. It's up top. I mean, Proxima's not detected by that, but it looks like all that is just posturing, just making a bit of noise. And the final target here is the A site. That's where they're playing retake. Rolling Thunder, I guess, the idea for that. They've got one on the attacking side as well.
And with them walking up, chances are they're not going to use it. It wouldn't make a lot of sense to walk all this way and then throw in the loudest ult in the entirety of the game. Then they're going to use the Cosmic Divide and use it for post plant, which means that basically if Ritha uses hers, it'll probably be thrown in reactively just to try and deny it being slowed down on the other side. But Ness hasn't actually spotted that rotation back. There goes the Rolling Thunder. In fact, I think that was out from both sides. So yeah, it basically causes absolutely no problems as well for Guild, and they already find that first kill. Peek through, garners absolutely nothing.
Face your fear.
Now had the game of her life. Gia, similar on the other side. Not off to a good start here, though. Player's already gone past, and she is just stuck in front of the firing squad. 5v4 now as Navi fight for the retake, and looks like they're coming in quick.
Yeah, they're not really allowing this to be a retake at all. The problem is they're not winning the battles. It seems like this map might be over unless, again, they can pull off a ludicrous clutch. We've seen them many a time from Ritha. Lockdown even going to make things more awkward. No utility to do much about it, but it seems like they've already got it done. Proxima is going to drop another. They know where she is. Can they isolate her? Well, it doesn't matter in the end. For Guild, they've been on that warpath ever since they were sent to the lower bracket. Well, that's one hell of a start. NAVI have found themselves 2 kills.
That's what you want to see right away, answering us back. Finding those frags and setting themselves up now to play a much slower round on the defense. No need for them to go doing anything crazy. The numbers thinned out enough. Now that turret is going to either get pulled back or shut down pretty quickly. It's whether Sephia is going to be able to hear that information when that eventually comes to pass. Either way, they've spotted Ness making her way in through this tunnel. Ritha has a recon, and it looks to make its way in.
Standing ahead.
Just confirm they're both there, even still. All eyes on this spot.
It would have to be a pretty big mistake to let this one slip away, especially with the crossfire that they have. Roxy, though, has managed to find one. Slowly being surrounded, and yeah, they're going to swing her all at once. Nice work from NAVI. Obviously, a lot of that damage came from Decay. Roxy threading the needle, but I don't think she'll win this battle anymore. Ritha putting her in the grave. And the thing is, they've invested a bit of an odd buy, if anything. You've got heavy rifles, still having an SMG, and then even having a pistol in there as well. So I guess they could afford to lose one player, but basically trying to keep this as safe as ever, probably knowing what they're up against, and well, you've just witnessed a small part of it.
You would question whether you even want to use the wall. Extra credits put into a round that seems lost already.
30 seconds left.
2 rifles, a bulldog, and a specter.
1 enemy remaining.
Too easy, you'd imagine. Good shot from Anya. At this point, it's already costly, but that's where it'll end. And Proxima dealt with right off the bat. Well, hello.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ever's lost all those shields now, all the health as well. As we go 3v5, and it looks like they're starting to stack up towards A. They were starting to drift that way. Spotting one cross and the wall go up. Shots from behind it, though. They've realized this is B. And there's a couple of players here. This isn't a walk in the park for Guild anymore. Getting onto this site. Whoops. It's a tough task.
Standing ahead. Right here.
Yeah, plant in. I don't think there's any chance to deny it. Wall not broken, and again, it cost down to what cost they can cause already. Sephia has managed to find one. Now, Gia and Ritha are both desperately low, but they'll be able to get one back to full health, and it's not going to be Ritha, I can tell you that for free. And well, I guess it's not really going to be Gia either, both of them balling. Now Sephia left alone. A nice breeze fire.
This map tend to just be bullets. That's the counter needed for this. Look at this extra setup. Sephia tucked in the corner. Undetected, unexpected, but only good for one.
Proxima trying to delay any further push, but again, this lurk out from Roxy has managed to keep them deep A control. This side of the map still firmly within their favor. The peeking from Gia, well, I think maybe the poison orb going up will give her the idea that someone's at least faking out the idea of a cross, especially with their teammates now clearing deep B. The penny should drop fairly soon that this is going to be an A hit. The problem is, I think by the time they actually get that rotation, Guild will be fully within the site.
Yeah, look how far behind it is. The element of surprise fades away completely, and even if they do get past this first trap, you've still got to go past the alarm bot. That's, well, technically it's deactivated right now, so that gives a chance. Oh, wow. Hey, there's a bullet counter. No fancy abilities, just shoot it. That's what it comes down to a lot of the time. Flank being watched for. And okay, they deal with Smurfette, but now up against the clock. Great turret.
Placing swamp grenade.
Yeah, we'll catch them on the way on the left.
Yeah, it's gonna catch them as they go through. And then she actually activates the swarm, at least the initial one, and Anya's gonna peek off of it as well.
It's a very healthy farm.
Destroyed.
Kills spread evenly. More often than not. And these last players pose little to no threat.
Remaining.
They're going for the orbs. Have to waste time breaking that wall, which is not going to be broken. It'll take even longer. Timmy doing some extra damage. He's done enough this round.
Placing swarm grenade.
And unless somebody makes a severe error, I don't think it's going to be happening.
Well, Claudia's down. The pistols doing something to start, but not to finish. The last one standing. Down to 7 after that repeat. What a swing from River. Luckily, the trade is there, but still, Navi have such a significant lead. And the 7th health Smurfette is the last alive. Oh, I wouldn't want to see that if it was 150 health. This push, defenders going all the way through. River already found the opening, looking up above for more, but that's where it stops. Guild answer back, immediately shutting down Navi's push. The A side is theirs. They're holding out on mid where Gia is lurking around, and that could have gotten awkward. But the advantage sits firmly in Guild's hands now.
It's a right place, but not the right time.
River, I mean, it's not the best weapon for it. With a rifle there, maybe the spam even comes through. It has come through for Gia, and then Ritha. River following up with more. Navi come into this round. Couple of disadvantages on top of them, and wow, they have got a 2 versus 4 spike down and a beautiful setup there. All their bases covered.
Smurfette actually going to pop the tour de force. They still have enough to buy into the next round, so I guess it's not too much of a detriment, but she needs to find something with it, otherwise a wasted ult, and there you go. 2 quick kills even. Somehow this round has just flipped in a second. The spray down from Gia is good though. But the res comes through instead. It's a costly round no matter what, but can she take the 1v3? It would have to be the 6k. And it gets less and less likely as the seconds go by. Timmy dealt with, but still 3 players left. And these guild players are not peeking. They're not taking any risk. F rotation coming through. In fact, it seems like Navi have the read.
Welcome to my world.
They're here and they're ready. They're even catching an angle through the wall. Viper's Pit coming in, but maybe a little bit too late. The swing around the back's catching Proxima at least, and Sephia falling too. The numbers thinned out all of a sudden. They want to defend this spike. There's only 20 seconds left. The snake bite though catches River. No one can contest this any longer. But without Hunter's Fury,
Spike planted.
what? They just let him destroy it. I mean, this is terrible. Ritha's just walked in and a little too late. Smurfette's already broken it. Ness gets to play this inside her pit. Still with a snake bite to work with as well. This could be terrible. Do they have a recon online soon? This is the one thing that could maybe help them out if they can fire that in. Section off one of the corners. There's a shock dart. Landed on nothing. Time so low. You can see she wants to snake bite, but they'll be on her the second she does. Instead, she's caught walking back through. And there's a player in mid waiting for them. Smurfette falling victim to that setup. They have caught both of the flankers. Now the mid push comes in. They seem equally ready for this, though. Still 3 players here to fight. This is Guild maybe jumping the starting clock a little bit.
Yeah, now they have to try and get back through a million different traps. It was almost a collapse.
4 players stacked up here on A. 3 players stacked up here on A. Guild wanting to force them into this fight. I mean, after that first player dies, second peek later is fine. They see Smurfette though. They're going to be hightailing it to be. And there you go. You've seen that extra player. 2 here at least already after the kill, but Sephia's feeling brave. Wants to go rushing through. And they've just come to her. All right.
Yeah. In fact, they're just going to be cleaning it up completely. 3 kills already. She knows that There might be another player here, and well, Proxima across the rope.
They found my trap.
Oh, that's not good to plan. Oh, neither is that. Smurfette's position known, and oh, she's just been shredded. Dead. No chance. I think she got completely lost in the source. And there's even a lurk on the other side as well. Claudia, though, putting up a damn good fight. Somehow coming out with 3. And actually, that leaves Roxy with a real chance.
Expecting this to at least be a split with how they behaved earlier. Recon through. Good reveals. That's actually stopped the plant. With 20 seconds left, that's invaluable. Rita's gone down. Numbers now looking a little scary. Snakebite a little too deep. It's not caught on, and well, maybe it could have helped. But still, they'd have to take down these 3. Great position to play from if you're Ness. Body shot onto 2 of these players is going to take them down instantly. Actually, excuse me, all 3 of them. And Anya now left up against Gia, just 80 HP. But the nano, it's almost taken Anya out.
She's trying to bait her in, but it needs to be a kill almost instantly. And while the time, surely at this point, too far gone. A nice shot, but I don't think she's going to have this one.
I think they shock darted it to destroy it, conscious of what had happened before. And Hunter's Fury on its way, catching Ness. And they've got the site now for a plant. Really nicely handled by Navi.
Oh, well, they might not have it just yet. Roxy has other ideas. Already making this into an advantageous position. Gia desperately low on health. And again, they're going to try and go back into these after plants, but I think Rita's realized she has to make a play. Oh, it's not gone well. They know where she is, and she's going to get killed off by Smurfette. It's down to the 2 lineup Larrys, trying to get something done, but it's already halved. How can you expect Proxima from this position to close it out? There's so much more time that she needs to get rid of, and she needs some kills. She needs to get rid of some of the players, otherwise there is no hope here. And she's done so much damage again, but they're already on that diffuser. There's nothing she could do once more but sit and watch as the diffusal comes through. And actually, the attackers are now walking in towards that B site anyway.
I mean, if these players in mid go down, though, they got to be ready for Claudia as well, and they're not. That's a little whiffy. And River, surviving those first few shots, lives on to the 3v3. The advantage, not sitting with Guild. And Rita, where does she go from here? She's going to stay aggressive. This is crazy. She's open to 3 angles. Got to make a move towards 1. Nice attempt, but Ness finding the first before being shut down. It looks like this round might just be done. Anya, well, she's going to force them into the open, but how much more can she do? Oh, what a shot! There's a serious chance. It's halfway. Proxima comes through to ruin it. I'm not sure if River sent out as a distraction here or a lurk. Either way, she'll be losing her life. B-side push spotted the spike on the floor. The player's trapped underneath, and a snake bite's on its way. A classic in hand, knowing how much damage it can do, but only if it hits. Rita will go down eventually. Still an opportunity, but look at the HP on Proxima. Look at the time that she's facing. I think we're going to be hitting 12, 11, and Guild guaranteeing themselves with that. And this is where the problems could come through. Hunter's Fury, though, going to be burned up just to get rid of that threat. Do a bit of damage as well. This is going to be pure chaos inside the pit, but NAVI, they're running out of numbers, running out of players to defend this spike. Running around and finding kills, but the reality is that defuse could be coming in any second now. Proxima, 1 HP on both of her opposition. A snake bite goes through, it doesn't land. She's creeping up close. A shorty in the hands of Ness, looking for this play. Finding her, but the snake bite's got her. With the HP of Claudia, she's got to wait a moment. Biding her time, and that might just be time enough. Yes, it is. Play working, shock dart in. Nano caught her. She's pushed out into the corner. Still gets 1. Fair play. But Guild have the advantage still with that trade. 4 versus 3.
And they're actually going to move back off of this. Orb taken to get that Hunter's Fury ever closer. If the plant goes in favor of Claudia, that will be in play. Gia now knowing there's a good chance that they're rotating back, even clearing out some of the positions on mid. just trying to sell this as a fake, trying to move players off of this A site, but they're not budging. Navi have taken the decision to risk it for a biscuit, and they have got it spot on. Ritha starting to push up. She gets the timing right, but she doesn't.
Standing ahead.
As she falls, the wall is going to give away Proxima's position along with the dart, and there's nothing they can do to stop this.
The clock now in Guild's favor as it ticks away. They need some picks on the side of Navi, and they need to go quick as well. Ness is on her way behind. The quickness that she applies could end the round if it's not already over. Gia running through is traded instantly.
Nothing going to be available to deny it. The Nano Swarm not in the spot, and Sephia has already got themselves that opener. This is a good spot for them to be in here.
Yeah, great foothold. Navi with the clock on their side. It looks like they might be sending Ritha out for a very late flank. It's still being watched for, but by the time she gets there, it might not. Great kills for Sephia. The spray down, fantastic.
Whoa!
Anya trying to return it with the flank now from Ritha. That could be what settles it all. Looks like she's going to fire at a recon, though. That'll give away the game. Still, Gia's here. Finding the kill over towards yellow. He is the wall up, they're breaking it, but that was just to get her to peek. Sephia down, dealt with, and the rest of her team, well, they're staying close. They want to fight. They want to make that duel worthwhile. Oh, that is an awkward fight with the snakebite right behind. There was no way out.
But look at it, dead. This is the thing. It's a ruse. The rest of the players are now just walking their way back through. This battle has already been one part of the overall war, whereas they're going to have to try and potentially play a full retake here. And the thing is, with the site being fully cleared out,
Teleport's ready.
they're going to have so much information. River, though, is actually going to be handed a fight. It's not one that I think they'll take much longer from that, and the turret even going to give away once they're rotating. Wall will lock off so many positions, and they're going to go back to the more standardized after-plant positions. And the players they've lost, well, they're not the ones with the after-plant utility.
Navi, 2 players hurt. This is huge information for Ness. She's trying to disengage off of it, get into a position where she can catch them off, avoid those recons, and have a teammate possibly to play the trade with. This is beautiful. Well played by Ness. Now in an annoying position to clear out, confirming the location of Proxima and leaving this to be another 1vx. Proxima's been so good in these. Mostly just close with no cigar.
Oh.
And, well, you're dead. She realized that this one wasn't going anywhere.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Still getting themselves ever closer, but look at the rotation. Everybody's going to be here to try and deny them getting the plant. They've spotted that they're up close. They've spotted they're taking these aggressive fights. Oh, they've run out of ammo, though. Luckily, Anya's there for the trade, but she's almost caught herself. Back and forth we go. Anya going to try and wall herself up. Take an elevated position, but she might not realize there's actually one towards the spawn. Instead, she'll get the free kill onto Sephia. It's left to Gia, who's got herself the first, but down to just 22. It's her facing off against Roxy. Roxy's turret will give away the game. She looks to get this at least a half, giving extra time. No, she's sticking it nearly all the way. It won't matter, though.
But different. Push down in tube. It's perfect. That timing from Ritha. God tier.
Oh.
And that has given them the upper hand.
Last player standing.
Oh, they are just destroying them at this point. A second win found, and Anya having to try on 1v5. Looking incredibly unlikely as Sephia will put her in the grave. Teammates in the meantime starting to get a little bit more aggressive. The timing not looking great for Anya. She's going to be caught. And now the rotation, the sprint back from Ness just to try and get into a spot where she can do anything. They need her to go big here. I don't know if it's going to happen. A nice first shot. The spike dropped, and that's the time bought at least. Hoping to get something on the spam, but it isn't going to happen. The plant will be coming through, even with Proxima going desperately low. And now with a Viper's Pit in play, this is looking set for Navi.
That pit may just confirm it. Ness, though, hungry for the victory. Proxima's been hurt up close, and Ness is taking down her former teammates, dropping them like flies. Ritha caught with a bow and arrow out. It's all left on Gia. Another clutch needed, but the defuse, it's under her nose. Throwing in the nano, it's too late.
It's not going to do enough.
It's all the way through, and Guild are going again.
And he's going to try and hold on to this, but I think River might be aware. Hasn't seen anybody cross over. Ness is going to try and make a play. And while it's only going to be the 1-for-1, there needs to be another trade. And Smurfette grabs it. Anya's caught one more. From an advantageous position, it quickly dwindles. And Anya's just taken over, leaving one remaining in the form of Gia again. And she has to try and clutch once more. The timing might work out for her, though. She's found Claudia into the 1v1. Smurfette. The time ticking away. If she taps this again, it's surely over. And while it might already be, knowing that that time is gone, and unfortunately for Gia, again, she tries her best, but her best just wasn't enough. Them is going to be tough, and I don't know if that's even an option at this stage, especially with Claudia going down. It does rely on Roxy completely, but she's avoided absolutely everything. 3 kills taken. The old Reliable has done her job perfectly, and now Proxima, River versus 3.
30 seconds left.
The heart's got to be beating faster than ever before. The spike still needs to be planted. They want some more space before that River going out, but there's 2 players watching the spike down, and so too are NAVI, down and out of this series, out of this tournament.